Hi Flosstube, it's Lynn, the Canadian Stitcher. I'm back for a weekly, not a weekly, kind of I guess monthly update on what I've been working on. So hello and welcome, this is video number 42. How's everybody doing with this pandemic? It's really hard, isn't it? And it's affected every person in some way. It's just, it's stressful. I work in healthcare, so work is, it's okay. I feel like we kind of have a handle on things, but there's always the unknown of what could happen or what's going to happen or when is this going to end. So a lot of evenings when I come home, I haven't been able to actually cross stitch. I just zone out. I watch just mindless television or just sit and do coloring or some other kind of craft that I'm not really having to concentrate so much on the stitching. But on the weekends, then when I have a full day off, then all I want to do is stitch. So I've only been working on 2 projects since I last talked to you, and I'll show you those in a second. I wanted to see if anybody wants a little tip. I'm a list maker. I love making a to-do list for the day or the week or even bigger projects that need more time to get finished, bigger appointments that I have to make or things like that. And since all of this started, I have a to-do list, but things are just getting carried over into the next week. I'm just not seeming to get things done that I'm, make a list of goals that I want to achieve, and I just end up rewriting them onto the list for the next week. So what I've been doing is each day, I just have a little, it's almost like a little scrap notebook or whatever, and I just write in the date, and then I write in each little thing that I've accomplished that day, no matter how small the task is, like emptying the garbage, taking the garbage out, doing the dishes, emptying the dishwasher, loading the dishwasher, doing 1 load of laundry, putting away the laundry, and I just keep a running tab of every little task that I've accomplished that day. And by the end of the day, when I look at it and go, I didn't really get much done today, yes, I did. I have, like 17 to 25 little tasks that I actually did, and that actually makes me feel like I've actually accomplished something in the day. So I don't know if anybody else is feeling like that things that you're wanting to get done just aren't getting done. Maybe just let your to-do list go and just make a little what I've accomplished today list, just as a way of feeling better about not getting everything done that you want to get done. So I worked on Long Dog Sampler's Death by Cross Stitch. And I figured out last video, I didn't know what page I was on. I'm actually on page 9 and I completed it, or nearly completed it. There's a little bit up at the top here that's starting where the alphabet is here. Just the bottoms of these letters is at the top of page 9. So I'm actually going to complete those when I do the next page up. I'll work it all together. So I did finish page 9 and there it is. Lovely backstitching detail here. And I'll show you the whole thing. So there's the bottom. Rows completed except for the date, because I'm not sure if I'm going to finish it in 2020 or whether it'll be 2021. So I left the extra part of the date off there. And I'm coming across and I'm going to carry on to page 10 now. I am having a little bit of trouble with the back stitch. I don't know if anybody else has encountered this, but the back stitch lines are really hard to decipher on the copy of the pattern. So I actually pulled out the actual pattern piece. I make a working copy, so I pulled out the actual pattern piece. And it looks like there's supposed to be back stitching in these stripes, but I cannot see it clear enough to know where to place the back stitches. So if anybody has worked on this one and has completed that section and has any tips for me, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to leave it blank like that, because there are other larger blank spots of white too that aren't completely filled in. I don't think it looks bad. It's just not completely clear where the stitches are supposed to go. Where is it on this? I'm lost here. There it is. It's this section right here. The picture that comes with the pattern does not clearly show the back stitches on here. I think I talked about that when I had first started this one. It's just the dark lines that normally stand out so clearly for back stitching just are not really showing up on this one. I did download the free chart, the pandemic one that they had, Long Dog Samplers had free on their website for 1 week. I did download it, and I just downloaded it onto my laptop, so I haven't printed it yet or anything, but the backstitch lines on that chart look really clear, like really bold lines that you can see easier. So I'm not sure whether that's something that anybody else has encountered, but I'm definitely having problems figuring out where to put the backstitch sometimes. So I just pull out the actual piece out of the pattern, not my working copy, and to try and see it a bit clearer after I've done all that pink highlighting on there. So I'm going to keep working on that one in the next week. And then I'm going to show you, whoops, try and jump. I've got my Heaven and Earth Designs Discovery. That's my, I call this one my masterpiece. This one is my favorite project and my favorite HAED. So 1 second, I'll show you where I am on her. So I completed 2 full pages. And that would be her arm with her tattoo and another part of her blouse in here. The tattoo's not quite finished, but I'll pull back and show you the whole thing. So there it is. There's her vest with the pocket, her sleeve, her arm with the tattoo, and the pillars in the background. And this is, of course, her shadow on the wall here. So this one I'm thinking I will work on again in August. I have some more time off from work, so I might bring her out during that time, but I have that week off, and try and finish up 1 or 2 pages on her. So other than that, that's all the cross stitching I've been doing, but 2 full pages on a HAED was quite an accomplishment. So something else, sorry, I can't hear. Something else I've been doing, just a really simple little hobby, is doing soap making. I don't know if anybody is interested in this. If you're not, you can just shut it off, and I'll see you again in my next update. So what I do is I buy this soap base. This is a shea butter. It comes in a large block like that, and then you break off however many pieces you want. I melt mine in the microwave using a glass dish, and I just use a little plastic spoon or whatever to stir it. I do it in the microwave not on high heat. I use probably about a level 8, and I stir it as it's melting. And then I add some food coloring to it, just simple food coloring, and a essential oil to make it fragrant. And then once it's melted, there are these little silicone molds that you can get. This is a square one. It says 100% handmade, and this is just a little oval one that says soap. My son asked me why you would need to write soap on it, and I said I think if you're giving it as a gift to somebody that they might not know what it is, I don't know, but it makes it a little bit fancier. So I made a whole bunch of them. I melt enough to make probably 4 bars, this size here. So this one is grapefruit. I have lemon. This was a citrus combination, all different citrus scents, I think. Tangerine, orange, lemon, grapefruit, maybe lime too. Eucalyptus. I did 1 eucalyptus and 1 eucalyptus mint, this one is. And I made a patchouli. This one smells really good. A real earthy scent, patchouli. And I think this one is eucalyptus too. And then you just leave them sit until it turns solid again. Like you can put them in the freezer if you want it to go faster. And then you just pop the soaps out of these little molds. And then I wrap mine in just clear plastic wrap just to help keep the fragrance in. So just a really easy, fun little hobby if you're interested in it. It's something just a little bit different, and it was kind of a fun little break for an afternoon for me to make a whole bunch of soaps. So that's all I have for this week. I hope you're all doing really good and able to navigate your way through this. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of my little productivity tips that I gave you, and if you have any comments on my work, or if you know any tricks for being able to decipher the backstitch better on that Long Dog sampler, I'd appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you again. Bye.